All right, so today I promised a couple guys that I would look over this thing a little bit more, just to get some details on it. So a couple people were asking about the trigger mechanism. Well, first of all, how I built the whole thing is, it's a piece of 3-inch PVC. You've got 3-inch coupling here, 3-inch coupling here, and then a 3-inch to 4-inch adapter right here. So that's all glued together. And this should be about the length of the real thing, the M3 or the M4. So this is just a barrel bolt. Unlock that little cabinet latch. That rotates on this piece of all thread here. This is, I believe, 5/8 inch all thread. I believe it's either 5/8 or 1/2 inch. That is connected up here to this caulk gun. If you look, I tried to model it off the real thing because there is some kind of conduit that brings the trigger back to here. So I wanted to kind of make it look like that. This isn't the highest tech, obviously, and I'm not saying I'm some kind of genius for doing this, but I wanted something that works, and that's something that would, if I could go to the hardware store and just basically I could build this whole thing from the hardware store. I could go to Home Depot and have almost everything I need to make this up. Now, that just makes it easier to repair if something happens, because, you know, you've been to rough games in the field and things happen. So, but yeah, caulk gun has been cut off. I attached it to the inside here. It's probably hard to see, but there's a little lever inside of there that I tied the end of a bicycle brake line onto. That runs all the way back to here. And you can see here, as I pull the trigger down there, this actuates. This also moves the hinge. The hinge has a spring. Let's see if I can get this in here. The hinge has a spring on it. Or I'm sorry, no, the hinge doesn't have a spring. The bicycle brake line has a spring on it. See right there? That's where the hinge is. Okay, sorry about the angle there. But basically I have that 1/4-inch bolt, the toggle bolt. I trimmed it down to just the right size. Screwed a nut on the other side to keep it in place. And that's what acts as a firing pin, more or less. And then the inner barrel it's just a reamed out 1.25-inch piece of PVC that shell can fit neatly into. I know that the barrel or the breech lock is not the best design. It's nowhere near the actual thing, but it works for now. I'd like to at some point make it a 1-stage thing instead of a 2-stage thing, but this wasn't enough. Neither was that by itself, so I had to put both on there. This is just a deadbolt. Not a deadbolt, I'm sorry. It's one of those things you see on hotel doors. I don't know what they're called, but you flip it over on the door and then the little thing comes out and only lets you open the door so much. Using it as a flip-up sight. So as of right now, I don't have any kind of graduations on the rear sight there. This is just an M4 grip, and front sight post is literally just a bolt. So like I said, almost everything except for the cosmetics, like the padding, this guy, which is just to help keep the sights more level when you're aiming, and the sling and the grip. Pretty much everything you can get at the hardware store. So it's not hard to create one of these, and you know, it was a labor of love because I had to start with an idea. I wanted to create this for a MilSim event back when I was still trying to do that, and I had to think of what the American forces use for their shoulder-fired launcher, because that was the type of role that I wanted to play. So never got to use it, unfortunately. Would have been a lot of fun, but it's just been sitting. Basically, I bring it out as a party favor, and the trigger mechanism is not the most reliable at triggering the shell. Sometimes you need to pull it in and then push this handle forward to get that little tiny bit extra distance to trigger the plunger on the back of the shell. And it just uses airsoft shells. Nothing homemade, nothing fancy, although that would be pretty neat. I think I might do that in the future. So, but that's when I get time and money. maybe when my son's a little bit older, we can work on that together. So anyway, I know you guys were asking for it, and here it is. If you have any other questions, let me know. That's pretty much it. There's not much more to it. It's pretty simplistic. Down the bore. Nothing much in there. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.